gotta tell you, I was excited because I thought this dungeon master was actually going to do something crazy awesome. The opportunity was right there for something awesome. My expectations were like up here, and then bam, nothing.
My next Kickstarter, Layers and Legends, is launching April 5th and will bring you 2 hardcover books packed with 5th edition resources. The first book, Layers and Legends, will contain an anthology of over 20 5e adventures spanning levels 1 to 15 and more than 100 new monsters to terrorize your players with. The second book, Loot and Lore, will contain a broad collection of Game Master resources, magic items, traps, puzzles, NPCs, villains, and more that you can drag and drop into your game. And we'll have a map pack that will give you all the maps from both books in digital format, allowing you to easily import them into the virtual tabletop of your choice. So click that link below and follow the Layers and Legends Kickstarter so that you'll get notified when it launches. Don't miss out on the early bird specials.
What is the worst session you've ever been in? Luke, what's the worst game session you ever been in? I can tell stories. This was back when I was in college or recently graduated from college. And one of my friends invited me to this game. He wasn't the dungeon master, but somebody else was who I didn't know. And there were 2 things, I believe, that defined this as possibly the worst game session I've ever been in. The first thing, the very first thing that I recall happening that drove me absolutely bonkers was that we were in some sort of combat, and it was the wizard's turn. It was her turn. And she was looking through the book, trying to decide what spell she was going to cast, flipping and looking, and then asking, oh, maybe we do this. And then this person comments and that person comments and the person gives a suggestion, and we're flipping and we're reading, and well, this spell does this, that, and the other. Well, no, that's not probably a good spell. We'll flip some more. Oh, that's a good suggestion. Let's see what that spell does. Well, if you put it here and you put it there, oh, but that's going to hit these people. Okay, well, let's not do that spell. Crap you not. We were sitting there for about 20 minutes for her to decide what spell she was going to cast. And from what I could see, just by reading the room and looking at people, this appeared to be quite normal. I didn't see anybody getting frustrated or upset or like, let's go, what's going on? Nothing. It was just, this is normal. We're just gonna sit back and wait for 20 minutes for the wizard to decide what spell they're gonna cast. No worries. This is fine. This is great. So that was the first thing in the game where I was like, are you kidding me? What is going on here? This is how you play the game? Ugh. So that was not very good. That was the very first thing. The second thing that happened, this is even better. Dungeon Master is like, okay, you guys are going to be traveling across country. You have to go from point A to point B. Because, you know, you got the mission here at point A, and then the quest takes place over here, but you got to get there first. And so we're going to role play getting there, which is fine. There's not a problem with that. And so he's like, all right, role play, describe. You see videos about making travel interesting? Yeah, not what this guy was doing. No, not what this guy was doing. So anyway, he's like taking some time. We're role playing, traveling, which let me tell you was riveting. Absolutely riveting. And it was even more riveting when we got to the clincher. The really dramatic part. There was a river, I tell you, that needed to be crossed. And how? The Dungeon Master asks us, are you going to cross this river? Well, now here's a conundrum. How are we going to cross that river? Well, we have a druid. The druid can turn into a massive turtle. A tortoise, and he can then ferry us across the river. We have overcome your obstacle. The druid will take us across the river on his back as a giant tortoise. And so there are like, let's say there are 6 of us, and then the dungeon master's like, but wait a second, hold on. The druid can only take 2 of you across at a time. He can't take all 6 of you. So you're gonna have to decide who goes across first and who waits their turn. We think about it, we consider it, and we decide the first 2 people, they're gonna go across on that druid's back. The turtle takes those 2 people across the river. They disembark and they wait there. The turtle comes back across that river, picks up 2 more people. And I'm like, what's gonna happen? The party has been split. We've been divided. What's going on? Are there monsters waiting in the trees? Are they gonna attack the people that are over on the other side first? Are they gonna attack the people that are waiting here for their turn? Is something in the river going to get the druid and the people on his back? And then we, having no way to really navigate this river, have to rush in and try to save them. I was getting excited. Things were starting to pick up. Something cool was about to happen. The druid takes these 2 people across the river. And now we have 4 people on this side and 2 people over here. And the druid goes back across. And these 2 people get on his back. Surely now is the time. Now must be the time when those monsters are gonna strike. And the druid takes them back across the river and they disembark. All 6 people are together. And the druid shape changes back into a person. And we continue traveling. We spent at least 30 minutes, if not more, role-playing the crossing of a river. I mean, hey, I signed up for a high-stakes fantasy adventure game with monsters and magic and combat and stuff like that. That's what I bought my ticket for. Instead, I got crossing a river. Some of the most riveting, suspenseful stuff that you're gonna get in a game, crossing a river. And I gotta tell you, I was excited because I thought this dungeon master was actually gonna do something crazy awesome. The opportunity was right there for something awesome. My expectations were like up here, and then bam, nothing. We're just role-playing traveling, ladies and gentlemen. We're just traveling from point A to point B. So those are the 2 things that define probably the worst game I've ever been in before. Thank you.